Hey guys, gals, cyborgs, mages, and rocks. In this second vlog, I'm going to introduce you guys to my system. For those who are not aware, I suffer from dissociative identity disorder. However, I manage to keep it stable with my system. As long as my circumstances stay stable and stress free, I'm able to keep my system stable. And it took a lot of work to really come this far and to find a balance and being able actually to switch by command. Not all the time, but whenever there's no stress in my life, I can switch to different altars by command. Sometimes, most of the times, not all the times. If I'm surrounded by people, it will not work. If I'm behind a camera, it also will not work. However, when I'm completely alone and no one's watching, boom, I can switch by command and have a conversation between me and my alters, or I'm an alter. It's again, this is not like how the movie portrays DID, like the movie Split. It's not like that. It's not like how a lot of these other bigger YouTubers where it's all about DID. It's also not really like that. However, it could exist, but just for my case is different, and everyone with DID is always going to be different. However, I figured out my system, and everyone's different, and it requires, of course, a lot of psychiatric help and also a lot of inner work and understanding oneself. So I drew on a piece of paper what my system is like, and I'm going to explain to you, what is what and how it works. I drew it already. I think if you can see it here. Can I see it? All right, so this is the host, Gregory. And that's just white. By the way, I use colors. It helps me, wait, see, this is better. It helps me, like I managed to have a communication with myself and manage. It took a lot of work. It's a whole process. I'm not going to talk about in this video, but it helps me identify who is what with what certain colors. This is white, right? And this is Gregory. Now, I'm not Gregory. Although I am Gregory, I'm still one person. Just right now, I am this, James Brown. And I know you think like, Lisa, wait, so you're a girl? Well, see, that's the thing. It's not like I'm wearing girls' clothes and I want to wear makeup. It's very complicated. It's very weird. She doesn't do YouTube, so don't worry about that. You're not gonna see her here. She's more like the caretaker, and she's the one where she takes over when it comes to showering, cleaning my room, managing bills, heck, even work. And James is more doing YouTube, like vlogs and going live, not all the time, and chilling out. Sometimes watching a series. Yeah, that's me right now. I pretty much like to chill out, jogging, going to church. This is Miguel. He's yellow. He's more playful, more childlike. He's the one that does comedy skits, likes to, sometimes talks pretty fast, is into Marvel comics, like cartoons, anime, and stuff like that. Very childlike and just plain silly and random. However, lately he has not been so activated because of what happened recently with my situation with the housemate. It takes a long while for Miguel to come out and play. Yeah, he's not into YouTube anymore. For a while, sometimes he does YouTube. Sometimes there'll be moments where all of a sudden he's taking over and he wants to do YouTube. But I think he's not interested anymore. I had a dialogue with him. And he's just not into that. He's into other things. Like right now, he's into playing video games whenever he takes over on the PlayStation 5. Kyle, he's the green one. Now, he has not been activated for a very long time. Sometimes it comes front, but sometimes it'll take, again, with the switching, sometimes I will not be on a certain altar for months. It's been months since I had Kyle activated. However, I think 3 weeks ago he has been activated. He's pansexual. He's into dating guys or girls, but he doesn't do that anymore. He's afraid of dating. He's more of like the area that's separate in regards to myself. He's more of the like when it comes to romance and dating, but he used to try out like he used to try out sex and he didn't like it. So that's I guess that's safe to say. Like all of us, by the way, we're all like heterosexual, asexual. I would say all of us together, we're all asexual. Kyle's the only one who's pansexual, who's considering dating. Sometimes guys, but he's not into that anymore. But he's not been activated. That's just how it works. I know. I know some of you guys here are like, "What? You date guys?" No, he used to, but he doesn't do that anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. I haven't been activating him for a while. I haven't talked to him a lot lately. I don't know what's going on with him. Now I have two protector altars. Ryan Red. He's the one that was more. Yeah, he has more like dark memories when it comes to my abusive situation in Sumter, South Carolina, between the ages of between the ages of whenever I guess I was 5 years old or 6 when he started developed, and 10 years old. He doesn't do YouTube. Sometimes he does YouTube. There's some YouTube videos. It's hard to find. I can't pinpoint who does what. Kyle did some YouTube videos as well, by the way. Miguel did some, not Lisa. I did some. Ryan has done some YouTube. He's the one who rants sometimes in a slow pace, but he swears a lot, and he's really to the point, and he just says exactly how it is. He's pretty brutal with his vocabulary. Yeah, he's kind of, yeah, whatever. And you have Sean Blue. He is a stress chicken. He's the one who's very good at walking around eggshells. He started to develop between the ages whenever I was 10 years old and 20 years old whenever I moved to the Netherlands, and Ryan was more suppressed, and it was Sean. However, sometimes Ryan will pop up during the time when I was a teenager and start screaming the hell out of my mother and such, because that's like if Sean fails to avoid an eggshell and steps on it and people start getting verbal abusive, Ryan steps in. And sometimes Ryan and Sean would go against each other. At the time I wasn't aware, but now I'm aware of it. Like I wasn't aware of that. By the way, all this, I was not aware of it till like about like the whole system, like I would say like 6 months ago, I would say, or 5 months ago even. Before that, like 2 years ago, I was aware that I thought I had like at least 3 identities. And then I thought, oh no, it's actually a 4th one. Oh, there's a 5th one. And now I pretty much figured out my whole system. Like this is making sense. But I knew there was at least 3. It takes a long time to figure out, but like before 2024, I had no awareness of this, by the way. And I would have like memory gaps and just, but now lately it's starting to become more balanced because my life is becoming more stable. And that's the thing with DID. You need a stable, routine life and just, a lot of being present, basically. And Kopu, that's the 8th one. However, I have 7 identities that switch back and forth, right? The 8th one is not really identity. That's I like, for some reason I see him as like he's a gatekeeper, but also like the subconscious mind. He's the memory holder. He holds all the memories. Sometimes if I'm able to meditate and get like Kopu doesn't really communicate as in like Kopu's as a separate identity. He communicates via like with others. So it's like basically I have 7 identities, but there's an 8th one, but there's not really an 8th one. But it is an 8th one. He is the shadow side, I like to see it. He's like the know-it-all, sees it all, knows exactly what the perfect, like it's like yeah, he's a strategist. He's the one who plans things. Like we will not be aware of what's going on, and then we look back. Oh my God! It's like as if someone within us, in our subconscious mind, planned this all along. And it was Kopu. Like he knows exactly how all 7 of us think, when we'll act, how we'll act in certain situations. It's fucking insane. It's and again, we all are like that. Everyone's like that with their subconscious mind. It's just I recognized that, and I like to call him Copa for some reason. It comes up with Copa for some reason. Again, with the names, by the way, it came naturally. It helps myself to identify who's who. It's like basically far as gender, color, and names, it's irrelevant, but it helps me identify who is who. And it's like, for some reason, it works for me. It took a lot of self reflection, self meditation, and it took a lot of fucking work. A lot of fucking work. And everyone's different with their DID, but this is how it works with my map. And I successfully am able to keep, well, sometimes Sean comes up automatically. However, it's okay as long as there's no stress. But whenever stress happens and there's a lot of chaos, he has to step back. Sometimes he wants to take over, but he can't manage it. And I let Ryan take over. He can manage, like, for instance, the situation where I thought I was going to get homeless. Me and Ryan are very good with handling, being flexible with those situations and, wing it. But mainly Ryan, like, he's kind of like, he can be on the road and not be stressed about it, where Sean, he can't do that, but he's able to manage whenever things are functional and I have a job and so on and so forth. But the goal is to try to, like, whatever. That's my system. That's how it works. I'm not going to give full details as to what exactly who does what. Far as this one here, Gregory, the host, he's extremely autistic. He at the end of the day, it's just him. Like, this is all me, but it's all carmental. How you say? I can't pronounce that word. Carmentalized. Like, it's just different than other people. It is me though. I'm one person. Again, it's not like how they romanticize where I'm literally. It's just he doesn't do YouTube. You will never see him activate on YouTube. He's extremely autistic. He's like this. I'll try to copy him. He's activated during church. Like, people in church know the host because he trusts him. He's more like this, like this. Like, I shit you not. Like, me and the altars, we witness it. Like, we can see him. He's like this, like that, and it's very twitchy. But when we go to work, or when I socialize, he's not activated, and it looks like we're not autistic. Like, she's more fast talking, to the pace, to the point, managed to get things done on time. I'm more relaxed, laid back, can socialize. Well, I sometimes socialize with church members, but when it's really stressful, sometimes he opens up, and my church members know I have DID. They know how my system works. And Kyle is more like childlike, childish play, and very, a whole other energy. He made some YouTube videos. I think if you could find it, you'll be able to, I think that's Miguel. And the color is yellow, of course. And there's some videos of Kyle as well. It's also very different. He's more flamboyant, more like, you can tell he's like, hey, is Greg gay or something? He acts kind of gay, but he's more pansexual. And I think he's more into women, though. Like, he tried the whole thing with men, didn't work out. Sean is like really fast, very calculated, like, but he's a stress chicken. But when it comes to stressful situations, he can't manage. And Ryan is more like what the fuck, motherfucker, like kind of like that. I can't do him. I can't do Ryan. It sounds corny. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope I explained it well, my system. Comment down below what you think. Again, everyone's DID system is very different. Just that's how I figured out my system. That's how I function, how we function. All 7 of us, but I'll say 8, 7 plus 1. Kopu. So, all right, guys, peace out. Keep rocking, and live long and prosper, motherfuckers.